Hi there, back on the field to get you some of the things so rich in heritage from the land of Goa that we have come into the hinterlands of Goa. Right now I am standing here in Sattari Taluka in a place called as My Goem. But this is just one place. Ladies and gentlemen, we had influence of so many dynasties over here that each one has left something or the other in their own forms. And the most important part of all this is the carvings that they have left about. But ladies and gentlemen, it's sad, it's really very sad that Goans do not understand the value of these idols. I will show you different idols in different places, and I'm going to start off with a set of idols in the village of Nagwe. When you come from Panjim, you come via Banastari, you come via Marcel and Sakri, and just before Valpoi, there is a turn that goes down inside to a place called as Nagwe. About 1.5 kilometers, you will have to ask. You come to this place and here you will see a lot of idols. Let's not waste time. Let's go down and see that. Come on. You can see how lush greenery this is. And in the rainy season, I am sure that this particular thing becomes very, very green. But when you look around me, you don't see any house or anything like that. But this particular grove is one of the treasure where we can see idols. And ladies and gentlemen, in Goa we have got the INS Mandovi, which has got two sailing ships, INSV Madai and INSV Tarini, which has recently gone round the world with a group of young ladies, officers of the Navy, who have circumvented the globe and come back. And that particular boat, INSV, stands for Indian Naval Sailing Vessel. The name of that is INSV Tarini. And here you find this idol of Tarini, a goddess standing on a boat. Come and see the beauty of Goa that is lying here in the open in the village of Nagwe. Come. This is the grove called as Konan by the local people. And here you can see these idols all sprawled out in different places. 4 idols. Let's talk about those idols. This is the carving of Gajalakshmi, that is Lakshmi with 2 elephants on the side. The elephant is called as Gaj. So this is called as Gajalakshmi. This is one carved panel and you can see quite a lot of other carvings here. Now we will see Tarini. This is the idol of Tarini. You can see that she is standing in a boat. There are 2 oarsmen over there and something that is very beautiful, and that is the love between nature and man-made. You can see a lizard right on top over there. This is how nature and humans, they all live happily here in Goa. here you can see another two idols that are over here, very peculiar, very beautiful. And one thing that you must notice over here is that in this particular grove, the four idols that we have seen of Gajalakshmi, of Tarini and these two, they are all dedicated to the female deities. This is very, very important. So here when you come in the forest of Nagwe, you see these four idols just lying around over here, and possibly they had their own temples at one particular time. But if you don't come, you don't go to see these places, these idols, this heritage is suddenly going to disappear. We will not even know where it has gone. Your visits are very, very important. Please come, visit these places and lay your eyes on the beauty that has been left to us from generations ago. In this taluka of Sattari, there are so many of these heritage sites. It's an extremely rich taluka at the northeast area of Goa. This part became part of Goa and it was called as New Conquest by the Portuguese. Here we can see very old influences of the civilizations that were over here under many dynasties. We showed you the idols at Nagwe which are lying open in the forest. It's very sad to see this because neither are anybody taking them and giving them their due, nor are the people coming to see them. My dear Goans, wherever you are, please, whenever you find a time, I know, I can understand it's very hot, it's extremely hot over here. Come out, go for a picnic. You will be laying your eyes on 1,000-year-old art that has been left to us by our ancestors. Now we have come to the village of Zarme, and behind me you can see the Sateri temple. Zarme village is very famous because of a festival that they have here called a Chorotsav. During Shigmo time, you have the people coming here and the selected Gades. 3 of them are lying on the ground with their heads buried inside, while one is buried up to the neck and only the head can be seen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a penitential type of folk presentation or folk art or a folk festival where the people today are reenacting the assassination of 4 Brahmins whom they thought as Chors. Chors means robbers. There was supposed to be a lot of robberies happening around here, and by mistake they killed them. So as a penance they are having this particular thing. Now here you can see a very old structure and next to that there is a new one. Sadly, today we are constructing newer and newer things without taking the old aesthetics in mind. The icons over there had a reasoning. Behind this Sateri temple over here, you will find that they have displayed panels of various deities, the Gajalakshmi and so many others. This they found in the river that was running just behind, the Zarme river. They have preserved it, but at the same time, when they demolished the old temple to construct this new one, the pillars and the other carvings that were there were just discarded on the side. Ladies and gentlemen, in your homes also, there must be some very old things. Don't discard them. If you feel that they are a burden to you, donate them to some museum. We have got the State Museum, we have got the ASI Museum, we have got the Museum of Houses, we have got 14 different museums here. Don't do that. These pillars need to be saved. They have to be displayed for the people to see, and I am happy that part of it has been saved over here. Zarme is an amazingly rich village, far away from our cities, just about 4 to 5 kilometers from Valpoi, not very far. When you come here, you can see a lot of things. Visit them, because your visits are going to be a lifesaver for this heritage of ours. Today when we came, this place was locked, but I am going to show you photographs where I had come here and we had clicked the photographs inside. There are quite a lot of things that are amazing inside. Even a wooden bathtub for the god, not for you. And the carvings, you see a lot of carvings all around the side. See them, because they tell you a story. I can tell you the story, but not now, later. But yes, there is a story. And I want you to see these houses, something which we don't do in our flats. That is, there is another roof over this roof leaving a gap. In other words, the hot air would go out from that particular, keeping the temple very cool. In our flats, we don't even have a ventilation. We are breathing in the same air that we are breathing out. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to show you one more temple over here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come almost 78 kilometers from Panjim into a place called as Vichundre. And this place is way away from Zambauli. When you come from Margaon, you go to Kepe, and then from Kepe you come to Tiramar, and from Tiramar you go straight down and you reach a place called as Vitsunde. Now you have to pass River Dam and you have to reach over here. But why have we come here to this place called as Vitsunde? The main reason why we have come here is to see the ruins of a temple which is dated back to the Shilahara Kadamba period, way back before we started understanding what is Goa. And that temple is of Lakshmi Narayan, and here you will be able to see not one but two temples and a lake, all in ruins. But there was a time when this place was very, very important. The reason? During the Kadam period, when the capital was in Chandor or Chandrapur, this was on the trade route to the places like Harshige on the other side in Karnataka. Today, the time has come for us to take care of this. This is now under the protection of the Directorate of Archives and Archaeology. They have been doing an amazing job of trying to keep it clean. Around me you will find that there are a lot of cashew plantations, there are trees, there is bound to be moss around here. And then the entire thing becomes dark, but they try their best to clean it. It is much better if you could come here and see this. But now that I have come over here, I am going to get you a few of the secrets that are lying in the hinterlands of Goa as the jewels of heritage of the land of My Goem. So My Goem with my team have come over here to bring to you those facets of Goa that are lying beyond our sight in this beautiful hinterland. And what you can see in these hinterlands, just watch it. But right now, let me go down and see and take you to the ruins of the Lakshmi Narayan temple. This particular temple of Lakshmi Narayan is dated back to between 12th to the 14th century. Now, many a times we come across ruins, we come across temples, and we don't understand how the archaeologists, the archivists, they date this particular thing. But ladies and gentlemen, here in this particular temple, you will be able to see carvings on idols and their design, and this is a study called as iconography. And they see what is the hairstyle, how they are standing, what they are carrying in their hands, what they are wearing, what is the dress pattern, and based on that they come across and they say that this particular thing is dated to this particular period, because those dynasties had a particular style of doing their art. So here, ladies and gentlemen, in these ruins of the Lakshmi Narayan temple, you will be able to see art on a granite. Today, behind me you can see the ruins which are nicely cleaned up. But in the year 1993, when they first found this particular, and they cleared the debris around the place, this was like a deep jungle. At that time, the Directorate of Archives and Archaeology had a superintending archaeologist by the name Mr. Deshpande, who camped over here for 3-4 months and cleared everything. Today you see all the stones that have been laid up over here. This have been done at that time. Now there are plans in the pipeline to do up this particular, to conserve it and to put it back in place. When it happens, we don't know. But this plinth that you see over here behind me, the first plinth, this is of the Narayan Dev temple. Beyond this, right next door, there is another plinth over here in ruins, and that is of Mahishasur Mardini deity. There was one more temple around here, but we don't know whose temple that is. But ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to see the history of this particular temple before I take you inside and show you the idol of Narayan Dev, the Garud, and the other places around the place. Come. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the idol of Narayan Dev. It is in a standing position, carved out on a schist or a granite. Now, we all know that our houses are constructed of laterite stones. But earlier, they preferred to use which is a hard stone to carve out the deities. Now, this standing idol that you see over here of Narayan Dev also has got carved the 10 Dashavatars or the 10 reincarnations of Lord Vishnu. And they are, right now, they have got a lot of moss on that. But if we have to clean this, then you can see it perfectly. It is placed on a base of a ling, and which normally when you give it the ritual bath, the water falls out. One more point, ladies and gentlemen, which you please keep in mind. If you are lost in a jungle and you come across a temple, you don't know which side is the east, the west, or the south is. Always look at the base of a ling. The place from where the water falls always faces the north. So you know that the north direction is this side, south is that side, behind is the west, and this is the east. This is just a crude way of finding out the directions. But yes, the point I am trying to make here is that when our ancestors constructed the temples, or any religious site for that matter, they took into consideration what we know as Vastu Shastra. They always faced it to the east or to the west. Same way we do for our houses. The reason is to allow the bright sunlight to come in here when there is sunrise. Wakes you up at a very bright day. So ladies and gentlemen, here you see a lot of these laterite stones, and you see these granite stones, and you see this particular idol. But on this plinth of the Narayan Dev temple, there is another thing also which you must see. Let's go and see that. Come. Here, ladies and gentlemen, we see a nice circular design. Possibly this was on top. It may have been the roof. And something that is very nice and unique, we see an idol of the Garud. Garud is the eagle god. And here you can see him standing here, because in our mythology, in our Indian mythology, Garud or the eagle is the official vehicle of Lord Vishnu. So here you have got the Garud, here you have got the ceiling, and besides this there is another plinth over here. This belongs to the temple of Mahishasur Mardini. Let's go there and we will see that. I will explain to you later. So right next to this Narayan Dev temple, to the north side, is another plinth over here, which basically is of the Mahishasur Mardini temple. it's in ruins. I'll tell you more. If you want to see the Mahishasur-Mardini idol, it has been taken from here and it is kept in the State Museum. It's beautiful, it's wonderful. And when you come here, you only see the plinth, but you must see another thing. On the plinth, you have got a lovely design that has been carved on laterite stones. So here you are, the Narayan Dev temple plinth behind and the Mahishasur-Mardini. Ladies and gentlemen, when you go around the place here, you find a lot of stones, laterite stones, granite or schist stones that have been piled up. These have been excavated in 1993 and kept so that when they take up the work of renovating this or putting this back in place, they can use those stones. So if you see any stones with a little bit of carvings and all, please don't destroy them. Let the Directorate of Archives and Archaeology know about it, and they will come and they will document it. You don't have to get scared, please, because you will be helping to protect the heritage of Goa. Now that we have come here and you know that every temple has got a lake, these temples also had a lake. And when I say temples, there must have been more temples here. That is what has been written, but we can't find traces right now. But we can see the masonry lake that has been built. Not in a good shape, but let's go down and see it. So easy to say that somebody else is not doing the job, but have you done yours? So on this note of appealing to you from My Goem and requesting you to kindly write to us on the email that you see over here, I am signing off with my team and my cameraman. See you for the next episode.